This would make a really good go-kart engine. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about oil leaks. And I'm gonna go over a few of the places that your oil could be leaking from and how you could even fix it yourself. Because sometimes you ain't got time to wait for nobody to come fix it. You need to get that sucker fixed. Keep the oil in it so it's working and powering your house during a power outage. So let's go over a few of those spots. So one of the most common places that you will find the leak on these generators is going to be on these oil hoses. The oil hose actually comes off the engine. It's got an oil pump in it, makes pressure, circulates the oil, and it pushes it through this oil cooler, which is cooled down, air cooled, from a fan in here by the flywheel. Now sometimes these are, I guess you could call them PEX style. These can be loose. And upon installation, we like to kind of go over all these points and make sure there's nothing leaking or loose. I like to keep that thing on me. You just take it, go ahead and tighten it. Bam, that's it. Now, me personally, I like the OG kind. I like these that come with the screw. I do keep both kinds on me, okay? I just think these are better, and I think a lot of you will agree. That's what they should have been using, but whatever. So, the connection can be loose, or on the engine, there's these. Sometimes these won't be screwed in all the way, and you'll have to actually take your channel locks or a wrench and tighten those up. While we're on the subject of oil hoses, you got your drain hose. Sometimes this sucker here is loose. It's got a PEX fitting on the bottom, but sometimes these will turn. Another spot that it could be leaking from could be your oil pressure switch. Now these could be leaking two different ways. It might not be screwed in all the way to the engine, or believe it or not, I've seen where oil will just start squirting out here from the switch, leaking onto this, dripping down, and once these start going, it's a pretty fast leak. If you're a homeowner, it would not hurt to keep an extra one of these on hand. Several variations of these. There's another place that it could be leaking from. Another place that this could be leaking would be from this seal here. This is your PTO seal. This is where your rotor slides onto this shaft. There's no key. This is a tapered shaft, and it's actually pressed in with the rotor bolt. You've probably seen a video like that. If not, well, maybe we'll make one. But the seal could have been pressed in crooked. It could have a nick in the metal. It could be missing the spring on the seal, or it could just be missing the seal altogether. This one is a little harder to diagnose because you might see oil in the bottom here. You don't see oil anywhere on this, but you see it dripping from the bottom, and there's a engine base plate that sits on the bushings and the mounts. A good way to find this is to use some UV dye with the light and wipe it up and then see which side it's dripping on. And if you find it dripping from under here and you see it and it's coming down, 9 times out of 10, it's that seal. If it's not the seal, you have a crack somewhere in the engine where it's dripping out of. But when you take that apart and you got oil all in here, it's usually that seal. Another seal is in your flywheel or behind your flywheel. Take this off, take your cover off here. There's a fan, then the flywheel's behind that. Pop that bad boy off. It's damn near the same seal as the PTO. It's just back here on the flywheel. So here's a little trick here. You're gonna open that generator up and it's gonna be sitting like this. You got the divider here, controllers up on top. There's a lot to take off to get in there to see. 10 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 10 millimeter, little ratcheting wrench here. You can actually pull this off and you can see up in here where that flywheel's at. You see oil up in there? Bingo, it's that seal, 9 times out of 10. And if not, you might have a crack on that side too. Okay, this kind of should go without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Make sure your oil filter is tight because sometimes it can be dripping from there. Okay, I'm gonna tell you another spot. It's said in the manual, every time you do a valve adjustment, to always replace these gaskets. You can see part of one here and you can see another one here. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Don't tell Big G, but I don't. I'm very careful when I take them off, but if they do rip, I replace them. Okay. Make sure your valve covers are tight. Don't over tighten them. These will crack, so be careful, but snug as a bug in a rug. That's all you need. That's another spot because there's oil splashing up in there while it's running. So I gotta know, does anybody else put peanut butter in their coffee? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe with a little butter. Just me.